Hello and welcome to this new series called Delaware Spotlight. We're kicking things off with digital sales assistants. We're going to give you a live hands-on demonstration with how these digital sales assistants can help organizations across multiple industries, so professional services or organizations that have physical products, any organization essentially that has a sales process. So let's begin. Sellers are busy people. They have a lot to focus on, from relationship management to multiple opportunities and lead generation, if they dabble in that. But the key thing for them is they want to focus on what really matters to them in their role for that day. So the less clicks, the better. They need an intuitive interface in order to be able to get that in. But the challenge nowadays is your traditional CRMs don't provide that easily or all the time. What's the solution? So digital assistants, aka sales agents, these support sellers in real time across the following areas. So these are out of the box pre-built assistants that work with Microsoft Dynamics 365 sales solution. You've got the sales closure, sales qualification, and what we'll be going through in this demonstration today, the sales researcher. Before we dive into the demonstration, I just wanted to set the scene at a high level. So we are talking about Microsoft's Dynamics 365 sales module. This is a tool tailored towards sales processes. So organizations that essentially sell or have some sort of sales process to manage leads, qualification around opportunities, goals, products, services, all of that great stuff that you would imagine within the sales lifecycle. So that's predominantly what we're looking at today, but Delaware specialize in the whole of the ecosystem and we can help you throughout. So what are agents, you might ask? Think of these as digital assistants that sit within your tools that you use on a daily basis. So for context, we are looking at sales process, the sales solution, and there are a number of digital assistants that will support sales lifecycle. But if, for example, you were in the back-end ERP solution, something like Business Central or Finance, you've got sales order agents and payables agents. So these are designed to help you with your day-to-day tasks and make your life easier to leverage data or carry out a task across the solution. We are now going to dive into the digital assistants that will be readily available across your Dynamics 365 sales solution. In terms of the three key assistants that will be available, you've got the qualification agent, which researches leads and companies. It can engage with those leads and proactively send out personalized content to them to try and convert them to some sort of opportunity or contact and account. You've got the sales close agent, so this prioritizes high value opportunities. It can mitigate risks and proactively kind of bring to life the tasks that need to progress that across your sales lifecycle, so tailored towards what your organization sees as good. And then what we're going through today is the sales research agent. So this allows you to kind of sift through all of that information that you're capturing in CRM. Whether that's your sales opportunities at particular stages, whether that's activities that are outstanding, and it allows you to prioritize those and focus on what really matters most. So what are we going to cover in the demonstration? I'm going to give you an overview of the sales researcher agent within Dynamics 365 Sales and some key considerations that you should think about if you're going to use it. Hands-on usage, absolutely key. Some prompts in there to kind of get the best out of the system and it actually create some workspaces or information that's meaning for you and your role. And then finally, the concept of workspaces. So this is creating your own area of work that pulls in insights across your CRM platform to deliver that in a way that's meaningful to you and your daily activities. Let's dive into the demonstration. Typically, sellers will access some sort of landing page. So in this scenario, you can see it's my own dashboard, which presents me information based on my CRM data that's relevant to me. The challenge with this is I still need to manually manipulate it all, fine, but it only gives me high level information around, in this scenario, my open opportunities at sales stages, my open leads. It doesn't really give me that granular detail that I may need to progress things quickly, efficiently, and also the main thing, prioritization. this is where the sales research agent comes into play. There's a few things worth mentioning before we continue. If you cast your eyes to the top of the screen, you can see that this particular agent's currently in preview. Also, the required Copilot credits essentially alludes to the licensing side of things. So how much does it cost in order to consume or use this capability? We can do a whole nother session on that, or if you want to know more, please reach out. Another capability which is absolutely key to driving the right behaviors is this function at the top, which is around the business function. So how do we set this up to enhance the sales researcher agent by giving it the right context, the right role, the instructions, and you can go down and configure this per user, per role. Once we're happy with the details that we've saved in here, we can then go over to the main screen, and there's a number of things that we can do here. So as you can see, there's two different areas that it can assist with. You've got sales operations and pipeline exploration. So there's some pre-configured prompts in here, or you've got the box at the bottom where you can, in natural language, type in exactly what you want to see, and it will essentially generate a workspace for you and pull together all the information that you can then use to reference in future. So if we scroll down, you'll be able to see two key workspaces that I've created. One is a prompt, so it's essentially giving me an overview of information across the team's deals, but it could be my personal information. And a second one is account planning. So it's going to look at accounts with deals and activities associated to them and create a plan and an overview of how I can close those deals and progress them further. So let's now dive into one of these workspaces. The one I've clicked into is the team deals. What you can see, let's start from the top and work our way down. So here was the initial prompt. So this is what I asked the system to do. And this is what it generated. So review top deals and contributors. And if we scroll down, this is the information it's given me. How powerful is that? On the left-hand pane, you can see kind of a summary, an overview of all of those opportunities. And on the right hand side, you've got some charts and graphs that we can manipulate in real time. We can ad hoc kind of describe and ask it what to do, and it will adjust them accordingly. But something that I absolutely love behind this tile at the top, so the top 10 opportunities by estimated revenue across the accounts. If I select this ellipsis button, so the three dots, and I put show work, flips it around and it tells me the rationale and the explanation behind that data that's being presented. So the difference between that and the dashboards is it doesn't give you an explanation. It just kind of gives you a summary of information and you've got to figure out what's what. This gives you everything, so it's clear and easy to understand. If we scroll down, we can see some additional charts and graphs, and I can click into each section and I can manipulate them further if I want to. So really easy way to stay on top in this scenario of teams deals, but it may relate to my own personal deals or an individual teams, for example, and I can manipulate this in real time and it will give me all the information that I need. So let's finish things on one more workspace that I created. So if we move to the top of the screen and click in this section, you can see pinned workspaces and other workspaces that have mainly been shared with me or that I've generated. If we go into the account planning one, for example, and start from the top and work our way down like we did previously. So for this prompt, I said close deals faster, and you can see some key information around what it's going to do across the information within CRM. If we scroll down and look at the workspace that it's actually generated, it's giving me some key information related to the accounts that I have opportunities associated to. We can see some charts and graphs around top opportunities and the associated accounts, how many opportunities are against them. And as previously, we can click into these different sections and again, ask in real time and natural language what we want it to present. So it will manipulate that for me. And then if we scroll down, it will then give me a summary of high performing accounts, accounts that need prioritization, for example. So very, very powerful way to stay on top of those accounts and ensure I focus on what I need to progress them further. And that brings us to the end of the demonstration. So to recap, what did we cover in today's session? We looked at the basics to set it up and start using the research agent within Dynamics 365 Sales. We then had a hands-on scenario of how to set up the different workspaces, and I showed you 2 different examples, and we went through some of the prompts that were available out of the box and how to manipulate the data in real time. If you have any questions, then please feel free to reach out. My details are up on screen, or click the link in the description to find out more, and look out for the new sessions coming very, very soon. Thank you very much, and bye for now.